Yo, what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live here on MMA Reloaded. We are live. Oh, fuck you know. We're here tonight. Season, whatever it is, I think season 2, episode 12. Last time I did UFC 211. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for showing your support with the views. It's the highest viewed video MMA Reloaded is put on YouTube. It don't even look that much, but to me every view counts. So as we move and circle into this crazy ass fucking sport that we call MMA, I wanna break down the last few events, MMA events, right? So basically, I wanna start off with a young stud, Fabian Edwards. Now Fabian Edwards is a young man who had a lot of hype around him going into his pro debut for BAMMA. Yeah, BAMMA's a English promotion, MMA promotion, right? It's where the best of the best in English MMA compete, unless you're Michael Bisping or Ross Pearson or some shit like that. So yeah, he was set to make it at BAMMA, right? And then he pulled out. Yeah, and then the fight was called off at BAMMA, and guess who calls him up? The WCW of MMA, Bellator, yeah, call him up, and Fabian makes his debut for Bellator. And fucking hell did he make a debut, mate. It was one of the most spectacular finishes I'd ever seen. Put it right up there with Chris Beal flying knee. It was the aggression, the finesse. He displayed it all. And he capped it off with one of the most spectacular finishes I'd ever seen. And then we turn it, and then from that Bellator event, I just wanna say Bellator 179, where I wanna give a shout out to Baby Slice, Kimbo Slice Jr. He dedicated his first pro win to his dad. Of course, his dad, legendary street fighter extraordinaire, Kimbo Slice. Now, Kimbo Slice Jr.'s win was motivated right from the heart. Much respect. Now, tonight we will kick off UFC Stockholm prelims in Sweden. If you're in the UK, it's 9:30 PM. If you got BT Sport, then watch it. If you're in the US, I have no idea what channel your shit comes on. Probably on Fox Sports. It'll be on there. Or you gotta buy the pay-per-view. But you know what? Yeah. This fight is so important for Alexander Gustafsson as a former challenger of John Jones, a man who probably gave Jones his most toughest fight and probably should have edged that decision, I would say. I'm still sticking with that, yeah. He takes on a man who probably was the victim of Jones's dirtiest performance in Glover Teixeira. I mean, the first round itself was just filled with eye pokes. So what the fuck, you know? And in Glover Teixeira, right? Now, Glover Teixeira is coming off a first round knockout loss against Anthony Johnson. And you know what, yeah? There's no shame in that. There's no shame. Because he felt like, alright, you know what, yeah, I'll take on the toughest SOB in the light heavyweight division. Went in there, landed a couple of punches, one uppercut from Johnson, and he got fucking knocked out. But, you know, he can't get too cocky after just one win. He just won his last fight. Yeah, I think he lost the one before that, I have no idea, but I can't recall that, but yeah, I think he just won his last fight, and Glover thought, you know what, let's climb back up to the top, take on the man. Went in there, took him on, and got knocked out. So It is a very, very, very important fight. Gustafsson says that this is a redemption for his career tonight, and he's got to pull it off. You know, if I'm gonna break it down, yeah, on YouTube, let's do it. Let's do the breakdown right now. So if we're going on a feet, yeah, Gustafsson's striking is as smooth and swift as anyone striking I've ever seen. Right, and you can't just count him out of a fight. He dropped Cormier, man, in his last title fight, and he can't, but he can't get so overly aggressive that he's not gonna have the gas to pull it off in the later rounds. You see, in the 5th and 4th round, yeah, he can't pull it off. That's been his problem. Against Jones, he was winning the fight the first 3 rounds. Comes into the championship and he doesn't do it. That's the thing, and you know what? If we're talking about on the feet, yeah, Glover can't be too overly aggressive. He can't come out, he's gonna come out all guns blazing, move forward, land combinations. He's got a great body shot, yeah, fantastic boxing, nice Muay Thai to go with it. But he can't go and exploit such an aggressive game plan. Yeah, Gustafsson's gonna just keep his range, jab it in, throw his kicks. Yeah, it's going to be a nice fight to watch tonight. Yeah, and it's going to be a very, very, very important fight for the UFC light heavyweight picture. You know, if Gustafsson wins, Dana White might just put him back up. You know, who knows? Who knows? You know, you never know with MMA. You know, and take Cyborg assaulting Angela Magana. Now, I don't like Angela Magana. I think she's lost the plot. But you know what? She got decked by a steroid Y chromosome Wanderlei Silva and Chris Cyborg. And now that's turned into a bad reputation for the UFC women's featherweight division, because now Jermaine Durandamy wants to scrap the title. Alright, say if you get stripped, it's nothing to her, because she's still going to be known as the first ever UFC featherweight champion. So I don't know, man. Shit like this just ruins the UFC picture. I'm saying, alright, you're fighters, but that doesn't mean that's all you got to concentrate on, is knocking people out outside of the world, outside of the cage. So all in all, yeah, tonight, you can't miss it, because it's just too important to miss. Probably the winner of Cormier and Jones is gonna fight either Gustafsson or Teixeira. You never know. Alright? Keep your eyes peeled, because after tonight's main event, yeah, you better bet your ass that the UFC light heavyweight rankings is gonna shape up. Yeah, it's gonna shake it. It's gonna be like a fucking tornado, and whoever wins, yeah, skyrocket. Whoever loses, go back down. Now, that's it. UFC 212 gonna come up June the 3rd. Headlined by probably one of the biggest title fights of all time, in my opinion, because it's a great returning to the cage with his gold, but he's got to prove he's still the champion. Jose Aldo has got to still prove he's worthy of still holding that belt after getting knocked out by Conor McGregor. Now he can't just play it off, right? He came out. I'm still gonna say that Conor was a bit lucky in that fight, because Aldo was stupid. Right? He should have just implemented a normal game plan. I feel like against Holloway, he's going to be the best. He's going to just stay like he did against Edgar, pushing him, stay in that pocket, land those knees. Holloway's got great distance striking. If Aldo can close it up, close that distance, land strikes, possibly get some takedowns in, yeah, it's going to go his way. Aldo's a flipping beast on the feet. His leg kicks are too good for anyone in mixed martial arts. His kicks, his striking, the fluidity of his combinations are just a magnificent sight to see if you're watching Jose Aldo. Max Holloway, though, is a bad man. He's not even 25. And he's already, saying, you know what? Yeah, you want some? Come and get it. And he's shown it. He's backed up his words. And that's making this young man more confident day by day. And that's not a good thing for Aldo on his first defense back. He is going to have trouble with Holloway. Holloway's a tricky young man. Technique in his striking. What he does, right, is he uses his kicks as a distance thing, right? So his kicks are from a distance, yeah. And as he lands it, he knows that he's hurt an opponent. He moves right in. He's a killer. Aldo's got to watch out for that because he has not met anyone that fights just like him, and that is Max Holloway. That's what he's gonna get. Ladies and gentlemen, the UFC is gonna heat up. Holy shit! This has been MMA Reloaded, UFC Breakdown, Bellator Breakdown, all the Latin. Watch out tonight, UFC Stockholm. This has been Season 2, Episode 12. We'll bring Season 3 right to you in a few episodes' time, so stay tuned.